We have been waiting and waiting for this day. I am so thrilled, beyond excited to be back with you for season 4 of the Empowered by Design podcast. I am Dr. Liz, and I am so excited to bring you the love. What the world needs now, more than ever, people, right? More than ever, friends. The world needs love, and we love here at Visionistas by Design. We took a little break. It was our first break ever on the podcast, and we took some time for rest, reset, rejuvenation, redesign, and what we did not anticipate was we took time to receive. Yes, I will talk all about that and more in this season. My passion, my mission on this podcast is to spread the awareness, spread the love, share the power, and I'm going to be sharing the stories of love. Love stories is a new segment. Yay! I'm so excited. A new segment that is coming this season on the Empowered by Design podcast. Love stories. Do not miss it. That is our goal here, to bring you stories of love, stories of resilience, lessons and strategies and tips to lead your life with love in your personal life, in your professional life, wherever you go, to take your energy, align it with your core values, which is something that we have been working hard on this year. And I cannot wait to bring you all of that this season. Welcome to the podcast, Empowered by Design. I am your host, Dr. Liz, a hopeful romantic, mom of 2 beautiful souls, and partner to the love of my life. As a licensed psychologist, I love helping people heal, grow, and shine. I am a love and relationship specialist and owner of Visionistas by Design Wellness Boutique, where we lead with love and empower you to fly. This podcast delivers inspirational stories, conversations, and lessons on the power of tuning in body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. Following your intuition, seeing the signs, and listening to the whispers from angels. To pursue your dreams in life, work, and love with intentional vision. Share the love. Spread the power. Dream, design, deliver. Welcome to season 4 of the Empowered by Design podcast. I am so thrilled to be here. I am Dr. Liz, your host, and it is episode 79, What the World Needs Now. You know how that goes. You know what comes next. And we have it. We have the love to share, and we are sharing it with you far and wide, as we have been. Here at Visionistas by Design, we love love, and we're so glad to be back. So glad to be back to the podcast after a little bit of a rest. We had our first episode of season 4 dropped on 808. I'm going to get into a little bit more about 808 in just a little bit, but first, snacks and apps are happening. And I just wanted to touch base about the last episode. Episode 78 was extremely new, extremely different than anything that I have done here before. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. But welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a returning listener and you took a little break with us over the summer, I hope you did some amazing things, had some lemonade and spent some time in the sunshine, rested like we did, connected, and had some smiles, laughters, and made some fun memories. Whew, we sure did. And it was exciting. It was a good time of rest and more. And it is really, really, really good to be back. I'm excited to be back and kicking off this new season of the Empowered by Design podcast. If you are new here, welcome. This is a great one to get started on. I'll give you a few past ones to go back to because there have been some really good episodes throughout the course of our history here. So it is an exciting time for us, and I'm going to get into all of that. But I want to start with just, what we've been doing. We took a little break it was the first break that we took from the podcast since its creation back in February of 2021. And we came up, and when I say we, I'm talking about myself and the Visionistas team, Visionistas by Design Wellness Boutique, which you heard in the intro, the new intro. We just were real. We are real. We are authentic. It is one of our values. And when I talked to the team about the idea to take not only a break from the podcast, but a social media sabbatical in June, we talked about it. I was a little nervous to tell them, but they were relieved and excited. And so I knew we were doing the right thing, and it certainly was the right thing. So I'm very excited to be back. And I'm going to talk all about things that we achieved, things that we learned, things that we discussed, and just things that we saw as we decided to take an intentional pause, an intentional break from certain things. We were still working, we were still at the office, we were still doing our thing, but we knew that we needed time to rest, rejuvenate, reset. And what we did not know we needed was to become more open to receiving. That is one of the main takeaways that came from our Visionistas team Dream Retreat, which happened in July, with my dear friend Sophie, who graciously agreed to be our leader, our guide for our Dream Retreat, which we were focusing on our dream phase in the Dream Design Deliver formula, our signature formula here, where we spent time reflecting back on where we have been, where we came from, what we have done so far, what has gone well for us, what are some of the hurdles, what are some of the things that didn't go as well as we had hoped or wanted or thought they would, where we can do some redesigning and some, just shifting in certain things, and what we are envisioning, planning, and creating for the next 6 months. We are so excited. I will talk more in detail about that Dream Retreat because it was amazing. I know I say the word amazing a lot, but it's because I love it. I love celebrating the amazing things. That is also part of our formula to evaluate how things are going right now, how they have been going, celebrate the things that are going well, and then make the redesign when things need to change. And we've gone through lots of changes in 2022 so far, as we are a baby little company and growing and expanding our reach. In the new intro, the intro is new, which is so exciting. I thought it would be a fun time to reintroduce myself or tell you a little bit about myself and what we do here at Visionistas. So I, as you know, or heard in the intro, I am a hopeful romantic, a mom of two beautiful souls, and partner to the love of my life. So during the time of rest, reset, rejuvenation, I spent time connecting with my lovely family, just not only just my little family of our family of four, but extended family and friends, and just catching up and making time for connection. Some of the mornings I slept a little later than normal, and that was fun. It is summer, so the kids are home from school, and it's just like a little bit of a relaxed vibe. I'm definitely in summer vibe mode, and that was really fun. Even my hair, I just let it go curly, which is fun for me. Going a bit back to me authentically, and it was just like one less thing to do to blow dry my hair in the morning, and it's been fun. So it's fun to have options. I don't know how long that will last, but still currently in the summer vibe. We did lots of baseball over the summer and watched Friends reruns over the summer. Got our mani-pedis. It was my birthday, and so we did lots of celebrating over the course of the past few weeks while we were not podcasting. I spent a lot of time trying to rein my brain in. My mind really needed the quiet rest, the rest and reset. So when I talk about here our energy that we tune into, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit, I have been on a journey, and my mind, what I've realized, is the one that needs most the intentional rest. And my journey has been very much one of tuning into my body over the past couple of years, but my emotions are always always at the top of my awareness. I am led by my heart for sure, and what I am continue to be in a journey with all of those things, but my soul and my spirit were certainly a highlight, a focus of the rest period. Several months ago, I received a whisper from my angels, that you have more to offer in the spiritual realm. And I did not know what that meant. I'm not sure I completely understand it yet. It is still a journey, but I have been doing a lot of soul searching and tuning in to the signs, the messages, the divine connection with my God, with the universe, with the angels. And I continue on that journey because that is our lives. Our lives are a journey. And so for me, I embrace the recognition that we go through ups and downs, cycles and patterns. And when we can embrace it and learn from our experiences, we can experience deep, deep levels of joy, love, and connection. It has been fun. So a little bit more about myself. I'm going through the intro because I want to help you understand where that came from. It was a shift, kept some of the things that were in the intro from the very beginning of the Empowered by Design podcast, but it really felt like a time to change up the intro to align more with our focus. We've been doing that here at Visionistas. So I am a licensed psychologist. I have been helping people in the mental health field for over 14 years. And that is so exciting. So exciting. I love helping people heal, grow, and shine. Shine is so much fun. As a therapist, the recognition is that people come to me mostly because something is hurting, something feels broken, something needs attention, and fixing, some would say. My approach is very empowering, relational, intuitive, scientific, coming from evidence-based practices. And my mission is to bring that energy that I use to help my clients that I sit with in the office, whether that's in our individual therapy or my fun group therapy programs that are so powerful, amazingly energizing, and just one of my favorite parts of my therapy work is seeing people come together in a group therapy atmosphere to practice the skills, to learn more about how they relate with others, and to give and to receive hope and promise and perspective and validation. To when I hear, oh, it's so refreshing to know I'm not the only one who feels this way, thinks these things, struggles with these concerns in our life. My mission for this podcast was to bring that energy of healing and growth, empowerment, resilience, cultivating resilience, to expand it to a larger audience. It is a proactive approach that is the most helpful in our lives to deepen self-awareness, to understand ourselves. Knowledge is power. I just had a call this week with someone who made a request to collaborate with us to bring mental health awareness into businesses and to help people lead with that awareness and emphasis on promoting health and wellness, especially the mental health aspect. So I'm so excited talking about receiving. That's one thing we're receiving is those kinds of requests as our world recognizes the importance and significance of intertwining mental health in with all of the other things we focus on. But really, from our perspective, it's our foundation, right? Because mental health does not just include the mind. As you know, if you've listened before and you hear me talk about the interconnectedness of the body, the physical atmosphere of our bodies, the sensations, our appearance, what our body does, how our body moves, what it does for us, the messages it sends us when we tune in to it. Our mind, of course, our mind, right? Our thoughts, our ideas, the way we plan and function. Our heart, our emotions, identifying them, tuning into them, understanding how they affect our actions, our thoughts as well. Our soul and our spirit, right? Really coming to a place of understanding our identity, our culture, our family values, where we have come from, the influences on our development, our personality, our relationship style, and the spirit. So recognizing the energy that we bring with us personally and that we bring into relationships, and that which we receive from others too. Our connection with ourselves, our connection with our loves, with other people that we are with physically, and our divine connection with Source, with God, with the universe, with the angels, with those who have passed on. And that is mental health, in my opinion, and not just my opinion. That is from research and practice and evidence, and body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. So that is my mission here on this podcast. What we have done over the course of, I would say, probably over 6 months. We started this. I have notes in my journal. I have tons of journals. I write all the time. I have a journal in my meditation space. I have a journal at work that I keep notes in. And part of this time that we were in our rest of July, a bit of rest, right? So we were working, we rested on some of the things that sometimes feel extra, like the podcast, like social media. recognizing that we had begun really identifying, brainstorming our values as a team here at Visionistas long ago. And it's a journey. Another piece of the journey is connecting, having meetings, identifying things, and then allowing time to pass so that your thoughts marinate and your brain allows itself to bring other pieces to the top, right? So when we allow our thinking, planning, executive brain to rest, we light up the other spaces, the creative juices, the spiritual messages, those things that come from deep within. And so we have spent time here at Visionistas really taking inventory on what are our values and categorizing them. There's so many. That is one thing that we know about ourselves, is that we have tons and tons and tons of ideas, and what we sometimes really need to be intentional about is bringing things into focus, which was one of our goals for the first part of this year. And we did. We will be talking on a future upcoming episode about that very process of taking inventory. We have guides to help you do the same thing. And I've talked about it before here and there on different episodes, because as we were going through the first part of 2022, we were doing this work. So it was happening and we were in that flow. We knew that we needed time away from producing and putting things out, giving on social media, in this podcast, to pause, reset, and allow the glitter to fall to the ground and kind of fall into place so that we could really synthesize and integrate all of the things that we have been spending time on. As I'm saying that, I'm going to invite a pause here, a breath, to invite you to think about, reflect on some of the things that I'm talking about as I'm sharing with you our journey, my journey personally, professionally, the team here at Visionistas. And know that as I'm telling and sharing, that these are tools and strategies for you as well to use in your life, to pause. I talk about pause. I've talked about it over and over. It's in our signature formula, so I talk about it. And it was time for me to walk the walk with a very intentional pause, not just a pause like take a breath, but a very intentional pause on certain things that we do and we love, and that we knew it was time for a pause so that we could focus on some of the other aspects of our work here. And so we did it. We did that. And we're still in it, but we have come up with some amazing conclusions and focus and concentration in our synthesizing, taking inventory, and putting it all together in an integrated way. We have narrowed and aligned, defined, characterized our 3 areas of service and programs here at Visionistas by Design. Our mental health and psychological services are our foundation for what we do here. We provide therapy, as I've mentioned. The second piece is our relationship coaching, which I'm so excited about. So as you heard in the intro, I am a love and relationship specialist. When I first started in private practice as a psychologist, my journey was one where I knew my relationship lens. I knew that I was a relationship focused psychologist, recognizing what we know and what we can read in the research and evidence and statistics is that when we are in healthy, strong relationship in our lives, friends, families, partners, jobs, peers, colleagues, we are more satisfied. We are more joyful. We have more pleasure in our lives when we feel authentically connected with other people. We lift up. We are lifted up in those relationships. And that is one of my specialties in my work. And it has become a specialty here at Visionistas. So we offer relationship coaching, premarital coaching for couples, relationship coaching for couples, where we help you really identify your strengths and use them to engage together in this life, in this journey of life and love as a team. Also to recognize when it's not the best thing to be a team anymore, or to be a couple, or to be married, that's okay. That's part of this journey as well. Sometimes it is frowned upon. People shy away from it. We don't like to end relationships, but we know that it's necessary. It is a necessary part of our life. And we help you with that too. We help you journey through stepping out into the sunshine, coming back to who you are, to coach you through your relationship with yourself in love, embracing all of the aspects of your experiences. Again, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. So we have different programs and services for relationship coaching, and we're so excited to offer those. Our third service area, really, truly, when I say it third, it's interesting what we have recognized in the course of this time of integration is that we're coming full circle, which I love, with our visionary leadership area of focus. We have, when Visionistas began, when it was born a few years ago, it started with vision. We did vision board parties, and that was the beginning. Since then, we have come so far in pulling in other areas to help us, ourselves, and to help you lead with love. Lead in your personal relationships with love, and as leaders, helpers, guides of others, to do so in a fashion that is value-driven, aligned with your core values, and to use your values to align your energy with your values in order to lead yourself and to lead others authentically in a balanced way, to lead with love. Ooh, I'm so excited. So excited about those three main areas of focus. So to help explain the last piece of the new intro, I will pull back in and explain the significance of 808 just briefly. There is a podcast episode about it, episode number 58, which I will link in the show notes for you. If you have not listened, go back and listen to that episode. Earlier in this year, in 2022, I received this message, this whisper from angels that was around the number 808. It just kept showing up in different places, not only on clocks and in books and on my son's wrestling bout sheet, but on my mom's ATM receipt, lots of different places. And it held meaning for me, and I shared it with you so that you could make your meaning with it as well, as we are connected in this space of empowerment and collaboration in trying to live life and love with authenticity, balance, and joy. I will read to you the when I recorded episode 58, I just Googled angel number 808, and this is what came up. Angel number 808 is a reassuring message from your guardian angels to you. In addition, angels want you to understand that you're a part of larger divine plans by delivering you, angel number 808. Let it propel you in the correct direction and help you achieve your goals. Woo! I still get the shivers, the little wing tickles when I read that. And that was from February of 2022. The universe surely propelled me and us here at Visionistas, and maybe you too, right? I would love, love, love to hear how the universe has propelled you. DM me on social media, because I'm back now, at Dr. Liz, and tell me your story. Tell me your universe propelling you, your guardian angels delivering you the message. Just the peace and understanding that we are not in control, right? We'd love to be, but there are divine plans that set our path. And we have choices along the way, and we have our intentional actions, our intentional vision, and that we are not 100% in control. And so that is something that happened, right? So not only in the past 6 months, but 808 for me actually began a year ago, a little over a year ago on 808. And really when I trace back, there was lots going on for me around that time. I had a forced pause and got so much work done. But we have come full circle, and we are continuing around the bend, continuing on the journey. The final episode of season 3 was another angel number that has meaning. I invite you to listen to episode 77, which dropped on 7/7. And in that podcast, I talked about the angel number 7777. As I also Googled that, I'll read for you that message. Number 7777 represents spiritual enlightenment and peace of mind. It's not a fluke that it shows up at this time. It shows that you are grown enough to make rational decisions and create positive changes in your life. A strong attitude and trust in your feelings are what your guardian angels are informing you of. Love it, love it, love it. And so it was perfect timing for me. We were going through changes here in Visionistas, changes unexpected, and also recognizing changes that we had planned in changes in taking a break and focusing our services, as I've talked about. And it really, really resonated with me, as I've mentioned, this spiritual piece of my journey. Continuing on this journey of spiritual enlightenment and peace of mind. My mind needed some peace, and it was delivered to me. It was. I'm so excited. So excited. So we've created some positive changes here, and a strong attitude of trust, belief, faith has come. It helps to put into perspective what the other piece of the intro and what we will be doing as we continue to move forward in this podcast. We deliver inspirational conversations and stories, lessons, strategies, tips on the power of tuning in, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit, following your intuition, seeing the signs and listening to the whispers from angels. Ooh, I just love that. Have you seen the signs? Have you asked for the signs? I know I have. And these things coming together to help us pursue our dreams in life, in work, and in love with intentional vision. That is our mission here on this podcast, to move forward with our purpose, with our passion. I invite you, as I invite myself, my team, to share the love and spread the power. Yay! I'm so excited about that. We have amazing guests coming this season. We have received requests for collaboration. I cannot wait to share some of these amazing, inspiring souls with you. I am learning from them. I'm sharing that learning with you. We are doing this together in connection. I cannot wait. I want to, as I talk about this last little piece of the intro, it helps to shed light on last episode. Episode 78 was our teaser, an extra, a bonus episode coming on 8/08. The beautiful day, the beautiful number. During this rest, during this pause, during the month of July, I took a little writing course on the Insight Timer app by Carolyn Zeal called Facing the Blank Page. As you know, if you've listened before, one of my goals, one of my dreams is to write a book. And sometimes writing for me is daunting and overwhelming. And I want to thank grad school for that because it was very rigorous and like, oh, cite this and cite that and put this, do a lit review first. And I don't love that kind of writing. I do love creative writing, which I got far, far away from. Going through grad school, and then professionally I'm writing, reports and different things. And I got away from creative writing, which Carolyn, thank you, in her course helped reignite my passion for writing. So you will see some things here and there that I am writing, that if you're on the email list, then you saw it even before last episode. If you're not on the email list, get on it. You can go to my website, drliz.com. The easiest way is probably drliz.com/DDD. That's capital D, capital D, capital D for Dream, Design, Deliver. And you'll put your email in and you'll get the Dream, Design, Deliver guide, which is refreshed. Thank you, Emma and Hannah. And the creative writing has reignited my passion, my fun. Sometimes facing the blank page, as she says in her course, is daunting and overwhelming and can be a block. And she really gave some tips and prompts to get me going, and really was exciting. So episode 78 was a sample of creative writing that one of the prompts was tell your story from a different perspective. When I came back from my time away in LA in April after the Mom Summit, the message that was overwhelmingly booming in my brain was share your story. And I didn't know exactly what that meant, how to do it, what it means. And the episode 78 was my revelation of share your story. I'm going to be sharing mine, and I'm going to be sharing the stories of love Love Stories is a new segment. Yay! I'm so excited. A new segment that is coming this season on the Empowered by Design podcast. Love Stories. Do not miss it. Tune in. Okay, it is in the plan to share mine, and I'm going to ask for some help. Chad Lover said no. He rolled his eyes and said, I already came on the podcast. I don't want to go back on. And I was like, okay, all right, but please. And so I'm asking for your prayers, your positive vibes, send something in the universe to help me. I don't want to say the word convince, but it is part of our dance, which I've also learned during this rest and revelation is he likes to tease me. He likes to, no matter what it's about, when I ask something, I know the first answer is usually, no, we're not doing that. And I have to give him time. I have to give him details. I have to give him the questions in advance. I have to just let it go, let it ride. And usually he comes around. He has not come around on my request to get a dog. And I've really let that one go because he said, you've gotten everything you've asked for. You need to let this one go. And I said, okay. So I'm not letting this one go. At least not yet. But it's coming. My love story. Your love story. Right? I'm going to invite you to think about your own love story. And if that feels a little overwhelming, I know. Because it can be. It can also be, you guessed it, amazing. Whew, I am so excited. So excited for this season. I am so excited to be back with you. Yay for reconnecting. Yay for taking a break and coming back with love and power, hope and faith. I cannot wait for this season. I invite you to please share this episode. Share the love. Spread the power. Do it. And make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss a thing, right? There's so much coming, so much fun, and I can't wait to connect with you next time. Yay! Sending lots of love. Take care. Thank you for connecting on this episode of the podcast, Empowered by Design. For further connection, subscribe to my email list at drliz.com to be sure that you are in the loop for exciting news, events, and resources. You can also follow me on social media at Dr. Liz and at Visionistas by Design. I invite you to subscribe to this podcast and send this episode to one of your people in order to share the love, spread the power. This podcast is designed to inspire, educate, and empower you to pursue your dreams with intentional vision. This podcast is not meant to be a substitute for psychological treatment or a working relationship with a licensed mental health professional. For more information on connecting with mental health resources in your area, visit drliz.com and click on resources. Thank you again for connecting. And remember, trust the heart, work your vision, dream, design, deliver.